country, the ice and snow is welcomed and even helps create works of art.
It's a concept that takes a theme park mixed with a glacier/art project and allows you to interact with it. We have slides, tunnels, mazes, water features.
Pretty neat. 25,000 pounds of ice that comes from a nearby icicle farm in Wisconsin makes up the structure. Every night, 5,000 icicles are grown and hand-harvested until builders have enough for the giant structures. One castle even has a water fountain feature on the inside of it. The ice castles will remain on display until they melt.
Well, we've seen some slipping and sliding this morning as well. Not nearly as fun as that. I do want to mention nearly 10 school delays right now, scrolling at the bottom.
Yes, so we mentioned yesterday that we were going to get rain and then that brief transition over to snow. And any road that's wet at this point, we're below freezing. Yeah. So it does make it tricky and kind of hard to notice some of those isolated slick spots, especially when we don't have the sun coming up for another 2 hours or so. So here's what we're tracking for you today. We have had a few photos here sent in to us from our Eyewitness 7 reporters. This showing snow off Miller Lane. Thank you, Ronald. And those flakes late last night, early this morning, they were big and they were able to fall and accumulate pretty quickly. The good news is the snow has stayed pretty light. A lot of the accumulation was on elevated surfaces like this car parked that Steve sent us, that photo there. And our photographer, Marshall Gorby, was out throughout the early morning hours, kind of showing you here in Kettering those big flakes falling. It was enough to give us some slick spots on the roads, and that's why the National Weather Service has issued this winter weather advisory for a couple more hours, taking us through about 8 a.m. So you do want to be careful. Our Piqua weather camera is up pretty high in the sky, and you can see there where they had a little bit of frozen precipitation, or some of that moisture here was able to freeze actually to the lens. So off in the distance, it's kind of hard to even see the cars. We're at 29 degrees right now with winds out of the west-northwest. That is helping to keep the cold air in place, and it's actually taking the wind chill down into the teens for the kids. So being careful this morning, slick roads. The good news is you don't have to drive through any more active snow or that wintry mix. It's all over with. It's just what's left over now that we have to contend with as temperatures drop. Later this afternoon and evening, really for the evening hours, a quick cold front comes through that again will trigger some light flurries. The big picture does show though that we've had the band of precipitation move out of the Miami Valley, so live Doppler 7 radar scanning the skies a lot quieter for now. Futurecast does show through the day that we'll hold on to a decent amount of cloud cover, maybe a few breaks as we head into early afternoon, and then heading into late afternoon and evening, we will see the chance for a few of these light snow showers and flurries to move back in again. We're going to be cold, so I wouldn't rule out another dusting in some spots. 28 degrees in Greenville, 29 in Dayton, and 30 in Urbana. The wind chill is in the teens for the kids, so they definitely need to be bundling up this morning. And looking at our forecast throughout the day, we only climb a few degrees back up to 29. So winter is back here as we go through our morning. We will start off tomorrow in the single digits with the chance for a few evening snow showers Friday into the first half of Saturday. And then again, we've got the chance for a little bit of light snow as we head into the weekend. We'll break down your weekend though in just a minute. Now we bring you weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Let's check in with Sergeant Mark. Good morning, Sarge.
And good morning to you, Kiristie. We'll keep an eye on driving conditions this morning in Miami and Shelby County. We've had a few slide-off crashes along the area of Interstate 75. Now, I haven't heard anything reported within probably the last hour or so. So most of these occurred earlier this morning. This is a live shot of Route 35 at Kiowee Street, closer to downtown Dayton. And right now, things on east and westbound 35 at this spot are moving without a problem. I'm Sergeant Mark Bowron, WHIO Team Traffic.
Sergeant, thank you again. 521, 29 degrees.
We really do want to get back to the negotiating table. We are willing to negotiate a fair deal on both sides.
What some Wright State University professors are doing despite the current strike.
Dayton's newest radio station, the hits of the 80s. 95.3 and 101.1, The Eagle. Play today.